Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new and improved Faithfully Fit podcast, the online version of me and Alex talking via video. So, if you are listening online, go to our YouTube channel and you can check out the video of Alex eating his mac and cheese like my 6-year-old daughter, 7-year-old daughter. Actually, I'll be in trouble. 7-year-old daughter. And if the video is not working, don't worry. I'll edit this out, so you're never going to hear it anyway. So. Dude, Alex, thanks for joining us on your lunch break, huh? So we're between two classes right now. What class?
Yes, we're between
Oh, very nice.
U.S. history and
the life of a
pre-cal,
big time high school athlete. So very nice. Okay, so I see we have mac and cheese. What else? What else are we eating? Please tell me it's chicken nuggets. Too bad.
No chicken nuggets actually this time. I have a peanut butter sandwich, some
All of it. Okay.
strawberries,
You're going for
water,
all of
milk.
the things. Very
all of
nice.
it.
Okay, so here we go. We'll hop right into it. Big reason we're talking. The Open is upon us, 21.1 and .2. I had no voice last week, otherwise we were going to get together and talk. But no voice, so now my voice is back. So we got lots to cover before Alex has to go back to school. So all right, so 21.1. What did you think?
Right.
Yeah.
I really thought it was pretty cool. I heard a lot of feedback from a lot of people that really didn't like it, just because like the wall walk, it's a scaled movement or whatever. But I thought it was a pretty cool workout. It would have been really interesting if they would have done wall walks and single unders. I think that would have changed the game for a lot of people. But no, definitely, it was a tough workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never
Yeah,
thought I'd be close to failing.
Listen, dude, you get towards the end and like you get back and you realize you get a little bit off balance and so that shoulder starts wiggling on you. Oh yeah, yeah. That's miserable. Okay, so then how did you wind up doing?
He gets you up. I think I did pretty decent in that one.
Okay.
I was about 40th in my division. So, and that was there's a lot of light guys that crushed that one. A bunch of them finishing, and yeah. So, getting this week to the dumbbell, a few of them start falling off.
And so that's, I tell you what, that's the interesting part of this one is that when you look at that wall walk, I mean, let's face it, when's the last time that you did a wall walk in a workout? Not as a warm-up, but in a workout.
Right, in a workout, it had to be
and honestly, before you were able to do a handstand walk consistently, right? I mean, because and let's face it, that's kind of the universal scale for a handstand walk. And so Dave kind of throws in a curveball and says, look, we're going to make this accessible, but not only are we going to make it accessible, we're going to make it accessible to a point where it almost gives the benefit to people that have been scaling the whole time. Is that, I understand, like, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody here. But it's very interesting that he just kind of when he went with the dumbbell back in 2017, said, hey, by the way, you haven't been doing this. He comes back out and says, hey, by the way, this used to be actually a major part of CrossFit and you just kind of moved past it. And so now, we're going to throw something in your face. Absolutely. No, absolutely. It was a really interesting workout in the sense that, I think when a lot of people looked at it, and I did, I'm the first one to look at it and go, well, that's stupid. And then you get in the middle of it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing a wall walk. I'm about to fall on my head. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, he does this for a living?
What's going on here? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now I will say this though. Before we move on to 21.2, I do have to ask you, and I was really hoping that we were going to get a chance to do this with Hannah, but my voice was gone, and so I had nothing. So how was it that you tried to cheat to ensure that your girlfriend would beat me?
Oh,
that's right.
Took away some of your double unders there. No, texted me a score in the middle, and I was like, "No rep."
Alex is counting for me. Alex is counting, and you did, and here's the you did, and I was not about to argue with you, but so he's like, "I'm not very good at double unders." I'm like, "Hey, dude, it's no big deal. We'll just figure it out together. It's like, so what? No big deal." So we get into it. We're in the round 150 double unders. I do 50 and 50, and then I'm going to do. I decide what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to bring my heart rate down because I'm really going to have to push the 21s, and so I'm going to go 10, 15, 10, 15. And then maybe 25. I'm trying to bring my heart rate down. Well, so I do 10, I stop, and then I go to do 15. I do 1 and I kick. And so then I do the next 14, and Alex goes 15. I go, okay, maybe he's just counting the set. And then I do another set of 10, and he goes 25. And I go, dude, I think you missed a set of 10. And he kind of looks at me, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be that guy that's in here arguing with my judge in the open. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. But then I find out. So now, did Hannah? Did she beat me by 1 rep, or did I beat her by 1 rep?
Oh,
like 80.
What did you get?
I got 12.
12 or 13?
Yeah. So this is the deal. So she winds up beating me, and basically here's the deal: it's like 10 double unders, but maybe that's one wall walk. And so in the middle of it, Alex is doing the math in his head and says, "Oh, wait a minute! Like he's gonna beat her. I gotta." So playing the valiant boyfriend. Good for you, Alex. So all right. So we go to 21.2. 21.2, a throwback to 17.1, one in which even if you enjoy the movements, you looked at that and said, "Oh dear God, I have to do that workout again." What did you think when 17 or when 21.2 came out? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was pretty cool because Adam had just programmed 17.1 just a few weeks ago. And so I already had known how it felt. And I was pretty happy that it had been programmed, so I was going to get to do it again.
Okay, let me see this. So a few weeks ago, how did it go for you?
Remembering how much it was, I did it at like 8 a.m. in Hannah's garage. And so I can't work out in the morning. But I think I was about a minute and a half slower than I did.
So, so for the open, you did what?
I was like 14:30.
What was your score for the open?
I did what?
Okay.
My score for the open was 13:27. My score the previous week was like 14.
And so now you were just a little kiddo in 2017. So do you remember how you did in 2017?
I think I might have done it not on the open day. I think I had to do it later.
And you probably would have had to use a 35-pound dumbbell, right? Yeah.
Right. It would have been a 35. I don't vividly remember doing it.
So then how did you approach it? How'd you attack it?
So we worked on a lot before the workout, which I really think helped improve my score, was working on steps on the burpees. So jump up, step down, and just every step and every burpee looking the same.
So did you
versus just how jumping right into it. And then breaking on the dumbbell snatches, I think I went through the 30 unbroken. On the 40, I took a break, I think right at 30, just to get my my heart rate to slow down. And then on the 50, I think I broke 2 or 3 times. But
I understand that.
I've never really
I will admit, like, this is one of those workouts that when I saw it come out, I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt. But like, this tends to be a wheelhouse for me. Dumbbell snatches, burpee box jump overs, that type of stuff. But then all the Texas allergy crud hits, and I did it on Friday. Finished in 14:01, which is actually slower than I did it in 2017 by about 6 seconds. And so I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to redo this. Definitely, I talked to you on Friday night, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to redo this. But with all the age group stuff, like, it doesn't really like. I'm not in danger, and so honestly, I didn't redo it because I was like, the only reason to redo it is at the moment is just for my own ego, and oh gosh, yes, and that's the deal. Is because my back and my hamstrings were sore after doing it on Friday. Were you sore? Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I did it like 2, and I was sore up until into yesterday. I felt it starting training yesterday. I could still feel my back.
This one is one of those that a redo comes at a heavy price. So yeah, so I was like, you know what? No point in it. I mean, it's kind of the goal is the AGOQ. It's not necessarily the open anymore. I mean, because it's with the top 10%. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a piece of cake because I know there's a lot of people that are like fighting and clawing to get in that top 10%. But just trying to do that. So what are I mean? So when you looked at it, did you consider redoing it?
Well, when Hannah beat me by 2 seconds, yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sent her my score like I think a couple hours before she did it, and then we were talking about it, and she had some stuff going on with getting over the box in her knee, and was talking, and then she FaceTimes me This was right before I judged you. She FaceTimes me, and she was like, "Guess what I got?" And I was like, and she goes, "Oh, I beat you by 2 seconds."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
It's
so
like,
then I
well,
considered
maybe I'll
doing
redo
it.
it now.
But
So, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so then, how did the
13:25.
workout turn out for you then? I mean, in terms of placement. Mhm.
Pretty much about the same as last week. So I think
Oh
last week's
wow,
score I think was 43rd, and I think this one was 44th. But with all the people moving around,
yeah.
I think I'm sitting in
Well,
like 25th the last time I
oh
checked.
yeah,
But I'm happy for not redoing workouts. I know a
oh
bunch
yeah.
of the guys have been doing these
Well,
workouts a
and
couple
I mean, that's what
times.
we're seeing across all. I mean, all
So
divisions
pretty happy with
is
it.
that everybody's moving around because people that people that crushed point one that maybe struggled with that many dumbbell snatches on point two are you're having this big flux. So even if you finished exactly the same, I mean Troy, one of our friends, I mean he finished exactly or not exactly but about the same on both of them,
Mm-hmm.
and moved up. It's kind of funny. Normally you don't see that. Typically, if you finish the same, you stay the same. So oh yeah.
Right. But yeah, yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
a lot of
Well,
switching
and
up.
that's
And
okay.
it's
So
fun.
so that's where
We'll
that's
see.
the
Hopefully,
progression of
barbell
this
next week.
is do you think okay, barbell most likely, but let me ask you this. Do you think it's a heavy barbell?
I've thought about that. I've won, and I've talked to Adam and then Jacob a little bit about it. I don't know. You would think they throw in a heavy barbell to kind of like give everybody a fair shot of like moving on to the next stage. But then again, why
Well,
wouldn't they just throw the heavy barbell into the next
and
stage
that's
and
see
say,
that's
well, if
kind of
you
where I'm
couldn't
going.
make
I
it
don't think
there,
it's going to be a
then
heavy barbell. I think it's going to be a gymnastic movement. Maybe I think it's going to be a gymnastic movement, and I think it's going to be a barbell movement. I think we see another couplet, and it's just what does your engine look like again? I think this is the engine games. And so because they're gonna that'll be in the next one, and they've said it a million times. They've said a million times that when it comes to the open, they only care about the tip of the spear, and the fittest are going to be the fittest no matter what you throw at them. And so I'm not entirely sure that they're all that
right,
concerned about getting a well-rounded test in the open because they think that if we're trying to find the fittest person on earth, then in each division the fittest person is going to be the fittest person. Let me say this: the most well-rounded CrossFitter is going to have a good enough engine to make it into the next round. So, which six one way, half a
right.
dozen the other. You leave out a lot of people that way, and you leave out a lot of really fit people that way too.
I wonder. A heavy
Increasing,
thruster is my
yeah. So
thought,
like
or like
75, 95,
increasing
115,
weight of a
135. You think?
thrusters.
No. See, okay.
Maybe a little more
Here's
than
what I
that,
struggle
but
with it. Well, here's what I struggle with it
you don't think they're going to go
is
to 135?
they're still programming this like you could be able to do it in your garage, and so I just wonder how much weight do they expect people to have in their garage? See that this is where I struggle with
I
the
can see
the
your point.
heavy barbell. I said like what if we say a heavy barbell? I was talking about this the other day. If we do something like 225, even if it's like a deadlift or say a clean at 225, you run into this deal of, I mean, that's two blues. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could reasonably expect someone at home to have two blues. That's more than a full set of weights. So,
Right, I can see that. We talked about if they threw in something, then like just find a heavy thruster after a workout. Anybody that's going to be thrustering, I think like a really high to moderate amount of weight is probably going to have like if
well,
you have a
absolutely,
315
yeah.
thruster, you
I
probably
mean, so
have that in your
if you
garage.
can clean 315, you probably have 315 in your garage. Well, yeah. Even if you can't clean
Right.
315, you
And
probably
so I
have
don't know what
315 in
they
your
would.
garage. That's this
I
guy
don't know.
right here. Can't clean it, but I got it. I got it for the day that I do clean it. Let's just say that. No, absolutely.
There we go. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I would. I couldn't see them doing something like super insane, like a max deadlift or anything like that. But I don't know if they put in like a complex or a thruster, something that would lower the weight enough where it's reasonable
Yeah,
people would
I
have
see.
that
I
amount of
gotta
weight.
take because everybody's talking like everyone feels so certain that they're going to see a heavy barbell and muscle ups, And I just feel that's a misinterpretation. I think that there's not going to be muscle ups because it's garages. A lot of people
I
don't
don't
have
think
that
they do
overhead
muscle ups.
space. I feel like it's either going to be a chest to bar or a toe to bar, and it's going to be, if we get ascending weight, we're going to get ascending weight like on a thruster to a 135. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, you do 4 rounds of 15 thrusters. That last set of 15 thrusters at 135 is going to absolutely smash you. But so okay, so what type of time domain do you think we see? We've seen long and long.
Well, so we've seen, yeah. Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be. I don't think they do like a 20-minute AMRAP
Yeah,
just because that's too.
yeah,
It would probably be sprinty, like just a gut check. I don't think they would throw in three 9 to
yeah,
12 minute work or
yeah.
9 to
I was
15 minute
wondering if we
workouts.
see. I'm trying to decide because really the two that I think we could see kind of that 7 minute AMRAP type workout, or we see
Right.
the earn your time, and blocks of 3 or 4. I mean, and you could really develop a lot of separation if you do the earn your time. So I'm not.
Hmm. And you think it'd be earn your
Yeah, I
time
mean, because
without
here's the deal.
really any heavy
I
barbells?
predicted, now it would be totally unprecedented. We'd have to see a second repeat, but I mean, my prediction for the repeat this year was the 2 rounds every, what is it, 3 minutes or 4 minutes of chest to bar and overhead squats. And so you got to get 2 rounds within, however
Okay.
and you just keep
I don't
going,
remember that.
and it's it and I think they actually, it goes like 12, 14, 16, and so you have to keep going up on the reps and the rounds. So yeah, it's I wish I could remember which one that was. That was like my very first open, so maybe it was in 15 or something. So, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let me ask you
Hmm.
then.
I don't
So,
remember it.
if Alex programs the workout so that Alex wins the workout in the whole world, all the teens, what do you program? With what's left? With what's left? I mean, we've already talked about what you
Ooh.
like and what's left, but what do you got?
What's left? Hmm. I don't know. I'm.
Okay.
It would probably be something with a power clean, handstand push up. I don't know if we do handstand push ups again because we've already done wall walks and shoulders. So something like the AGOQ workout last year, with it was overhead squats separated with chest to bar. You would do like overhead squats at 95, 15 chest to bar, overhead squats at
25, yeah. I remember that.
135, and it went all the way up to like 225 in chest to bar.
Yeah.
Some a
I can
workout
see
like that
that.
would
I
be,
can
I
see
think,
that.
really
I
good
got
for.
you. I think I would go with I'd go with the time domain, like the earn your own time, and it'd be chest to bar and
Mhm.
power snatches. I could even go with ascending power snatches. Go 75, 95,
Ooh,
115, 135, or maybe start at 95, go to 155, something like that. But I like I like I like moderate and light power
right.
snatches and a whole bunch of dang chest to bars. Give me chest to bars all day long. If I would rather have chest to bars all day than toe to bar. I hate toe to bar. Absolutely hate them. Yeah.
No, toe
Oh
to
yeah,
bar do
Jacob would love it.
suck.
Oh,
That
I know lots of people that would love it.
Jacob would
So
love it if they did.
absolutely. So all right, making all the
Ooh,
noise.
good.
Yeah.
Get the
Well, and I
lawn
heard your
people
dog barking
outside,
too.
making
So
all the noise.
absolutely. All right, man. Well, I
Hmm.
know you've got to get to class soon. We kind of covered all this. We will hopefully next time we'll do it a little bit more in person. Who knows? Maybe we'll even start setting up a camera for this and start putting them all on YouTube. Oh,
Yeah, we could do that. Get the
absolutely, man.
background
Absolutely.
CF
Well,
sprag.
dude,
That'd be pretty cool.
enjoy class. I hope your mac and cheese was good. Thanks for joining us. Any parting words or any advice for the rest of the open? Crush it. I love it.
Ooh, just crush
Awesome.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We will be with you next week. Maybe, who knows, maybe online, maybe in person. We'll see what Alex's class schedule holds for us. So, all right, Alex, thanks for joining us, dude. Later, man.
Okay, see ya.